The ABC isn't being sold and will never be sold. Any suggestion that that might be the case represents nothing other than another Labor lie.
G'day, I'm Jonathan Holmes. I'm chair of ABC Alumni, a group of former ABC staff who think the national broadcaster is essential to Australia. And because we're former staff, we can tell you stuff the ABC itself can't, especially at election time. For example, when the then Communications Minister Mitch Fifield claimed back in 2018 any suggestion that the ABC might be sold
represents nothing other than another Labor lie.
He was telling a bit of a porky himself, because just 2 days earlier, the Liberal Party's National Council, its highest policy-making body, had debated a motion to privatise the ABC.
Speaker against the motion.
Not a single delegate spoke against privatisation. The vote was overwhelmingly in favour.
Declare it carried.
An embarrassed Mitch Fifield told the council,
"It's not the position of the government to alter the ownership arrangements of the public broadcasters."
It's true, a coalition government isn't bound by the Liberal Party's platform. And in February, the current minister, Paul Fletcher, announced a tiny increase in the ABC's overall budget over the next 3 years. He said, "The evidence is clear. The Morrison government has provided strong and consistent support to the ABC." But Minister, what about the Abbott government? Remember this?
And no cuts to the ABC or SBS.
But following Abbott's election, ABC funding was cut by nearly 5%. And the ABC's Australian network, broadcasting to our Asia-Pacific neighbours, was simply dropped 1 year into a 10-year contract. And then there was the Turnbull government. In opposition, Malcolm Turnbull said this: "Having a source of news and information that is well funded is really crucial, and so the ABC becomes more important than ever." But as Prime Minister, Turnbull froze the ABC's budget for 3 years, another $84 million cut. Since 2014, under coalition governments, the ABC has received over $500 million less than it would have got without those cuts. If we include the loss of the Australia network funding, the figure becomes more than $700 million. Scott Morrison is now promising to unfreeze the ABC's budget. But if he's safely re-elected, can we trust him? After all, many Liberals are furious at the government's promise.
Does it help with the base of the party? No, it'll just anger a lot of people because they think the ABC's been disgraceful.
And the right-wing pressure group, the Institute of Public Affairs, the IPA, which has close ties to the Liberal Party, has just published a 5-part podcast called Their ABC.
The Institute of Public Affairs believes that the ABC should be privatised.
More than a dozen serving coalition politicians contributed to that podcast. The IPA's conclusion?
The ABC is dangerous for democracy and it is incompatible with a free society.
The ABC is dangerous to democracy. If you believe that, go for your life. Vote for the coalition in the House of Reps and the Senate. But if you don't believe it, please make your vote count. Support candidates who back a better funded ABC. Authorised by Jonathan Holmes for ABC Alumni Limited, Sydney.